Lineage and heritage is another one that al-Raghib al-Isfahani talks about. And again, this is not to say that people without a certain lineage can't be virtuous or can't be ethical, but al-Raghib al-Isfahani's point is that it might be harder, right? Just like the influences that you have around you, who's kind of in your self-concept, your father or your forefathers or your ancestors, has to do with your self-concept and can oftentimes affect the possibilities or the likelihood that you're going to turn out a certain way. And this is evidenced by the fact that a lot of kind of movements and revivalist movements try to latch on to some sort of identity of lineage, right? You have like the lost tribe, like the lost Hebrew tribe of this or this lost tribe of that. People oftentimes, they want to connect themselves to an ethnic identity that is empowering. It's empowering to them. It kind of saves them. There's a drawback of this sort of tactic in that it kind of removes the responsibility, or it can, maybe not always, but it can remove the responsibility from the individual for doing the work, right? And some people can use it as kind of a shortcut to being a righteous person. It's like, well, I'm descended from this and that and the third. And so, that's, we're all kings and we're all queens and whatever. It's not that easy, right? Like, you have to do the work. You have to be virtuous. You have to be ethical. You have to develop yourself. But it's also true that if you know that in your ancestry or in your lineage you had someone that was a major, force of ethics and virtue, they were Muslims, it changes, your sense of who you are, and it changes your sense of who you can possibly be. And that's why al-Raghib al-Isfahani says that this is a tool. It's a tool to use, right? It's not it's not like a foregone conclusion that you're going to end up to be that person. No, we already said that, you have the wife of Lut and you have the son of Nuh, alayhim salam, and you have different sort of proximity to guidance that is not the same as guidance. But just like there's a resemblance sometimes between the father and the son, sometimes there can also be a resemblance in virtue or in demeanor or in temperament. Sometimes, you see kids and it's like, wow, he's got a short temper just like his father. Or wow, this person is really patient just like their mother, right? And so there is some sort of connection between the possibilities for who you can become, or at least the initial hand that you're dealt, what you're working with, and your lineage. And so al-Raghib al-Isfahani is just trying to say that, yes, these things aren't determinant, but if you have that in your corner, that's a good thing. We don't have to reject. We're not anti-lineage. We're not anti-ancestry. We're not anti-heritage. No. If you have those things in your corner working for you, you have virtuous people in your ancestry, then this is something that's going to help you to be a virtuous person.